The sun still shines on one half of the city of Liverpool, although Newcastle support is here in numbers, some 6,000 in a crowd of just short of 40,000. So let's check the teams. No surprises in the Everton lineup. Matt Jackson is in place of Earl Barrett, who is cup-tied. He played previously with Aston Villa. John Ebrell returns to the midfield. Vinny Stanway's stepping down to the substitutes bench, and Gary Ablett is in the left-back position, usually occupied by Andy Hinchcliffe. Will go in not only without the considerable ability of Peter Beardsley, but also his cajoling of other players, which was so noticeable 8 days ago at Anfield when a number of Newcastle players disappeared. Barry Venison will play in the centre of the defence, and the former Everton player Paul Bracewell will be just in front of him. The two captains, Dave Watson on the right and Paul Bracewell on the left, a man who played in 3 losing finals with Everton and a 4th with Sunderland. In the absence of Hinchcliffe, presumably he'll take a lot of the set pieces. Can he also find the sweeping crossfield balls that Hinchcliffe has used to such good advantage? They've come in hope, and hugely enthusiastic, not dampened by the absence of the little dynamo. Keith Cooper from...
The referee is Keith Cooper from Pontypridd, and we're underway in this FA Cup quarter-final. Mark Hottiger looking for Kitson. Gary Ablett gets out of trouble well. Well, Ablett's obviously slotting into the centre of the Everton back four. Venison only as far as Unsworth. Looks long for Ferguson, but Venison is there again. Ferguson gets the better of him, and it breaks for Limpar. Still Limpar. Ebrell. Well, that was a golden opportunity for John Ebrell. His first touch, though, was not good. Limpar's run all the way to the byline, and it stemmed from that challenge by Ferguson winning the ball. And he put it really on a plate. And the awful first touch meant the chance had gone. But Everton showing they're a threat and using the wing player Anders Limpar, a man in form. Offside again. Well, Limpar's got 3 goals in the last 6 games for Joe Royle's team, and there was almost setting one up. Really is a man in form. Fox has been allowed to run for Lee. Now Gillespie. Ebrell. Horn. Skips around Beresford. Ferguson holds it up now for Limpar. And Ferguson again. Too far ahead of Joe Parkinson. And Beresford can nip in. And that's what this game's all about, nip and tuck at the moment. Fox. Oh, Rule Fox. A good shot from him. 11 goals this season for Rule Fox. Explosive shooting power as Newcastle broke well. And that screamed across the face of goal. Ferguson wins that one cleanly. Barlow off the bar. It was route 1. Southall's clearance. Ferguson's touch on. And Barlow's shot cannoning back off the bar. Newcastle playing a fairly strict offside game that Everton have fallen into. Watson wins it, but only as far as Fox. Still Raw Fox. Lee. Gillespie is wide. Support from Hodiger. Bracewell, good touch from him. Lee. Fox. Southall gathers in the end. Beautifully constructed move from Newcastle. Wonderful to watch. The patient build-up and then the incisive cutting move there. And then a drag back that was so cute from Fox. Half an hour gone, no goals. Stuart Barlow, though, the closest to opening the scoring when he hit the bar. Good little flick on from Kitson for Lee Clark. Good save, Southall. Unsworth clears it behind. Lee Clark with a side-on goal there. Corner now for Newcastle. Gillespie will take it. Looks for Peacock. Ferguson's header away. Bracewell returns it for Gillespie. Play on. Bracewell, they're appealing again for a handball. Again, it's not given. Gillespie. Unsworth to clear the danger. And by Everton, a couple of moments breathing space. Barlow for Jackson. Good header on from Ebrel, but the flag has gone up. I think the free kick has been given, though, before that, for a foul by Peacock on John Ebrel. So now Everton with a chance to get the big men forward. Dave Watson has come up. Matt Jackson has come up. Joe Parkinson is in there. It's land of the Giants time. Limpar with the free kick. He's looking for Watson. It was a clear header. Venison away. Ablett gets beaten by the bounce and by Beresford. Can Newcastle counter-attack? Comes off the back of Gillespie. Horn being pursued by Kitson. And the half-time whistle blows. It's goalless, but a thriller. Played at a helter-skelter pace. But at the break, it's Everton 0, Newcastle 0.
Chances, but in a vibrant cup tie, there is no score at Goodison Park at half-time.
It's Unsworth for Watson. Aimed towards Ferguson, who does get a touch on it. Bracewell. Lee Clark. Now Jackson. Well, I wonder what Kevin Keegan has been saying to his team during the half-time interval. And again, Peacock, he stands his ground well, but only as far as Limpar and Parkinson. Well, over the bar from Joe Parkinson. He's only scored one goal for Everton. It came in the FA Cup in the 5-0 win over Norwich in the last round. Lee's header. Ablett though. And Limpar. Peacock. Kitson has got the better of Watson, but the ball just wouldn't come down for him. Parkinson sending it wide for Limpar. First touch for Unsworth on the burst overlap. Sernacek quickly gets it going to Fox, and the early ball for Lee Clark. As again space is starting to open up. Fox is screaming for it inside him. Here he is. Ablett sends Barlow away from one end to the other. Oh, it's just wide. Stuart Barlow, whose effort rattled the bar in the first half, sends another one, this time just wide. Venison had a go at him there. Lucky he didn't catch him. He'd have had to go. He'd have had to have been sent off if he had. Barry Venison's a lucky man. The temperature rises. Limpar. Ferguson has got goal side. It's an ambitious effort. Well, the Everton fans have got something to cheer about. This was bold. Shows the confidence that Ferguson's playing with. Just a Barlow opportunity. Look at that lunge from Venison. Maybe it put him off as well. Limpar gets the better of Hottiger. And is tripped. And it's a yellow card for Paul Bracewell. Newcastle's miracle man, playing after 9 operations during his injury-dogged career. And now the Royal decides it's time for a change. Limpar goes off, having won that free kick, and Graham Stewart comes on. Unsworth with it. Fox away. Jackson will have to go to keep it in. He does. Matt Jackson, the former Luton Town player, scored the winner at Bristol City in round 4. John Royals made that change. See what threat Stewart will pose. Former Chelsea man. It's very fast, quite direct. Unsworth with the free kick. Ferguson is up. Stewart is making nuisance of himself. And Everton has scored. And it's the skipper, Dave Watson. Goodison goes berserk. It's Everton 1, Newcastle 0. Dave Watson's 4th goal of the campaign. The dead ball situation. Ferguson rose. What a contribution from the big man. And the loose ball headed in by Dave Watson. Another prodigious leap. He got away from Peacock on that occasion. Hottiger could only knock it up in the air. Sernacek got a glove on it, but couldn't keep it out. And Everton heading into the last 4 over the FA Cup. Ferguson gets the header on. Elliott uses Sernacek. And the former soldier for Ferguson. As Kevin Keegan plots a way back. Venison. Clark. Hottiger with pressure from Newcastle. Comes for Kitson. Clark! What a save! Fox! It was a golden opportunity. And Rule Fox blew it. Kitson's creativity, brilliant reactions from Southall to push it away from Clark. And Fox into the side netting. Newcastle have made another substitution. Steve Watson has come on. And here he is. Chance for Everton to break. Stewart's pushed it too far. Gillespie going on a run. Watson was in there. Lee! Well, they're going for broke, Newcastle, because the man they took off was Mark Hottiger, the fullback. Clark is offside. So they've got a three-man backline now with Venison, Peacock and Elliot. Keegan is gambling to stay in the FA Cup. Kevin Keegan has rolled the dice. And Watson is playing up front. Keegan still directing matters. Ferguson's touch on. He's Venison. He's going to have a lot of ground to cover now as we go into the last 10 minutes. So too is Peacock. Play from Fox. Venison launching one. They've got to play the percentages now. They've got more men forward. One of them is Lee Clark, and he couldn't quite catch it up. Barlow's header. Parkinson. Ferguson will chase. Peacock makes a mess of it. Ferguson. Cool handling from Cernicek. Ferguson knows that was a chance. Peacock made an error. But Fox, perhaps a last chance as we go into injury time. Southall will bring that down. Joe Royal off the bench. He's only seconds away from a place in the semi-finals. Cernicek just out of play, and Everton fans all around the ground are on their feet. An eruption is only seconds away. Jackson's throw. More time off the clock. Barlow will try and hold it up. Still in. Well, he did well. Did what he was asked. Now, Newcastle get a chance. efforts of both teams. Dave Watson's header splits the sides. Newcastle will continue their distant pursuit of Manchester United and Blackburn in the title run-in. Realistically, they know a UEFA place is probably their only consolation. Everton, for a while anyway, forget their relegation fears. They go into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. It's Everton 1, Newcastle 0.
Side that Everton are through to the semi-final round.
Dave Watson, that second half performance from Everton and then a goal from yourself.
Yeah, I mean the first half we were a disgrace and the manager put things right at half time. The second half our attitude was a lot better and you know, we competed for everything and we got the lucky break when we needed it.
Do you think that was the difference in the second half, that Everton attitude?
Yeah, I think we gave them too much space in the first half and they were playing through us, gave us a lot of problems. The second half not as much. Neville's made a few fine saves, but overall I think we sneaked it and deserved it.
You'll enjoy your goal, but I'm sure you'll pay a tribute to Duncan Ferguson, who just was able to get it towards you.
Yeah, I mean any ball's played up to Duncan, there's always going to be a flick on or the defender's not going to get a clear header. And I just went in there, took a chance, and fortunately for me, it's dropped in the right place, and I got it in the corner of the net.
Now we're going to hear the draw very quickly, but the spirit on Merseyside now, the blue half of the city anyway, you'll really think you can go all the way?
Well, there's another tough game, whoever it is, so fingers crossed, and hopefully, you know, whoever it is, we'll give them a good game.
Stand here, Dave. Any second now, you'll see who you're playing in that semi-final. Gary Ablett, quickly, what do you think of Tottenham?
Well, you know, it's a good tie for us, but I say we're just happy to be in the semi-finals. We don't mind who we play. Dave
Watson, certainly, you didn't want Manchester United, but Tottenham are a good side too.
Yeah, any side that gets to the semi-finals must be a decent, and Tottenham are playing well at the moment, so you know it'll be a difficult tie, but on the day if we play as well as we can, we'll give most teams a game.
Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. Thank you very much.